This is a very particular lesson that is absolutely essential to all musicians who play non-equal tempered instruments, i.e. all wind and brass and orchestral strings, and really to all equal tempered musicians, guitarists and pianists, to understand why you love pitch bend wheels so much, and why guitarists love bending, and why some notes on your guitar just don't sound quite right or sound better when you make them a little bit bent or whatever. Because just intonation is truth, man. It's truth, and it's addictive. You're about to hear it. Woksas, you ready? This is what it will be like when you do it with your trombone. It's got to be loud. This game, you must use decent speakers. It will not work with phone speakers. First, find a tuning drone on YouTube. Warn anybody in the vicinity. Play it loud. It must fill your ears. Right, you ready, Woksas? And when I say this is your next, this will be, as long as you want to play the trombone, as long as you want to warm up in a session, as long as you want to get your intonation better, so you never have to think about it and always play in tune. If you do this, you will always play in tune. Not because you'll always get it right and play in tune, but because you will be developing an intuitive muscle memory system of hearing the notes you're playing, hearing the notes you're playing with, hearing the sound waves you're experiencing that you're trying to match, hearing the sound waves you are creating, and just having a feeling of where they are. The only way I can describe how it manifests once you have it is that the right notes sound sticky. They feel sticky. Not in a bad way, in that your hands just want to gravitate to them. They're like grooves that your hands just slip into. And the thing is, because you've done it with your ear to sound, it doesn't matter what key you're in, because just intonation will feel right without you having to think about the details, without you having to think, oh, I'm in this key. You just know, okay, I'm in the key of E flat major, right, this is where my third feels good. I'm going to tell you the intervals. This is unison. This is a fifth. This is a fourth. This is a fourth to a fifth. Now we go to a third, major third, from a fourth to a major third. And back, major third to a fourth. hard to pitch this major third. It's quite low. I'm going to try and do a fourth to a major third up an octave. Minor third. Major second. Minor second, very dissonant, and we'll go minor second back into unison. One more time, just dig that. Minor second, fading into unison. You can feel this. If you're playing trombone, you can feel this in your chest. I know you can't understand what that means because you can't think sound. You can feel this in your chest when you're playing a trombone, and it feels as satisfying, more so than it sounds. And that is how you play in tune. You don't need to think. If you're having to think about it, it's not possible. It's either impossible or it's easy. If you do this practice, you will intuitively pitch correctly because it will feel right. Because when you play a note on your trombone, the note is going out through the trombone, but it's also resonating backwards into your lungs. And when you are playing in a horn section, for example, one of the reasons you need good monitor sound, and really why monitors are better than in-ears, is that when the resonance that is coming back into your lungs is in tune with the resonance that the music you are playing with people is going into your lungs, you can feel the harmony in your lungs. Now, I cannot describe it in any other way. There are not words to describe the sensation. That sound you heard in your ears of it going, you can feel that in your lungs. You can feel it in your lungs and your face and your jaw and your embouchure and your fingers in your horn. You can feel when the sound waves match up. And you can feel this in your fingers on the violin. If you do this in practice on the violin, your fingers feel in tune. You can feel it. You can feel when the sound waves are matching up because it just feels right. And this is a key to the sensation because the feeling of consonance, of sound waves matching up and syncing up and creating consonant harmony is truth. And your body recognizes it. You don't have to think about it. You just have to achieve it and show your body how it feels. And your body does the rest of the work. That is the core to this concept. And it works. It works. You could hear it. You can hear it. So, there we go. That's how you play in tune on the trombone. Ba-ba-bam-bow. Should we have let's have a last little jam. Let's put it into concept with some manouche. Let's go there. There'll never be another you. So, in a quick answer to your question, what do you mean feel it in your chest? That is your job to discover Woksas. There are no words I can say that will help you understand what it means to feel it in your chest. The only way you can do that is by feeling it in your chest. The only way you can do by that is by playing trombone with loud music around you. So you can achieve this by just joining a big band, and that is the first way that most people manage to encounter it. But you can also do it with speakers, a tuning drone, and a little bit of patience with your flatmates.
1, 2, 1,
Let's go Raid Rain. Will there be a stream later today? No, because I'm going to a gig, bro. And you know what? There's not going to be a raid either, because raiding with 2 people is just embarrassing. We're going to finish the blow over this tune and leave it at that. I don't want to raid with 2 people, man. It's just like, yeah, lame. Yo, so this was deep level trombone shit that you're not even going to find at uni. They don't teach you this shit, Woxass. They expect you to figure it out for yourself. And I did. But I like teaching people shit. I like showing people how stuff works. I like figuring how it works. And this is how it works. Long tones with a tune. Woo, yeah! And I have no idea if I was in tune. Felt good to me. Couldn't really hear myself that well. So we'll see. We'll look back. The thing is, you keep doing that. And for a couple of years, it's like, oh man, I need to kind of work on my major thirds in that key. And then after another couple of years, you're like, hey, major thirds in that key not sounding too bad. Then a couple of years later, you're like, hey man, that's a tasty third you played there. So I get to listen to it back and see how my trombone's going. No idea. Felt good to me.